And I think it's very important for everybody to be engaged because that everybody's on the same page.
It's about, who's willing to change gears at the right time.
Go out, go have fun, and just take it to them.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler. It's time for another edition of the Greg Schmitt Show. Currently joined by Wheeling University head cross-country coach Greg Schmitt. And Greg, you had both teams out on the course for the first time last Thursday. First of all, what was it like to get those teams out and actually competing against other opponents?
It was finally nice to have them out there competing because, practice is a lot different than competition. So, you start doing your reps over and over and over at practice, but to see them to finally get to go out and compete with me being a new coach, I finally was able to see, the athletes do what I knew that they could do all year.
And both teams had some strong individual performances throughout the day. We'll get to those in a minute. But overall, what did you see from your runners as a coach that you can build off of?
A very young team with a lot of talent. The one thing that I noticed from both sides, men and women, was even though that we were young, that they can keep developing all season long and getting faster and faster. So I was pretty happy with the outcome of the meet.
And we'll start with the women's side. Madison Conrad, a great showing in her first Cardinal race, takes 20th overall, nearly cracks that 20-minute mark, 20:01. What was her race like? And talk about what you saw.
Her race pretty much planned out exactly how I had it set up. I had her set up training-wise to run anywhere from a 1953 to a 2017. So I knew she would be in that range somewhere because of the way the training's been going the last 2-3 weeks for her. I knew she had a chance of cracking the top 20. I just wanted to make sure she was coming in with a personal best of 2024. So my goal was to get that personal best on file for that first meet and then build from there. But like I said, her goal was 1953 to 2017, and she hit that.
And on the men's side, you had Hunter Tomic leading the way, the graduate on the team, and then you also had a strong performance from Courtney Ryder in his first ever cross-country race. Talk about those two and kind of how they kind of paced the way.
Hunter did what I thought he would do. Hunter's been around for a while. He's a leader of the teams. He's a senior this year. So I knew what to expect out of Hunter. Courtney Ryder, he asked me, he goes, "Coach, what do you think how I did? You happy with how I performed?" And I said, "Courtney, you shocked me a little bit." I was like, I knew you were going to run well, but you ran even better than what I thought. He was around the 5:55 to 5:57 mark at the mile marker, and then he came across the 2 mile at 12 flat, so he was holding 6-minute pace the whole time. So it was a little bit quicker than what I thought. I was thinking he was going to come around 12:25 to 12:30 at the 2 mile marker. So he came through the 2 mile marker 30 seconds quicker than what I expected. So very impressive performance by Courtney.
Currently joined by Wheeling University head cross-country coach Greg Schmitt. And Greg, as you guys go into this week, you're heading back to Bethany, same course, a little bit of a longer trek. Talk about what it's going to be like seeing that same course that you just ran last week and kind of getting you to attack it with this longer pace.
Not much is going to change too much on our end. The one thing that I did change and adjust, though, is since the course is longer, there's going to be more hills added to the course, so they'll have more rolling hills than what they did the first race. So we really attacked the hills this week. So we did 2 hill workouts this week to prepare for those extra rolling hills, but everything else pretty much stayed the same.
And for those watching at home, tell them a little bit about the course and kind of some of the challenges that provide your athletes.
I would say the challenging part for the course is there is one part where you cut across a road and they kind of lay down a rubber track, but that rubber piece of track is kind of cracked and splitting a little bit. So I tell them, you're running and you're sprinting across the road, but at the same time, some of that rubber track is split. So they got to watch that their toes don't hit where the track's curled up so they don't fall and slip. And then just the extra hills that's going to be added in. But I'm not too concerned about that because, like I said, I was getting them prepared for that. So the challenges would be the few extra hills and then just them watching their footing crossing the road on that rubber mat, not getting their spikes getting caught inside the crack of the rubber mat or where the rubber mat curls up, that their toes not catching that and taking a spill.
And finally, heading into the second race, what are some of your goals for your team as you guys kind of move on through the year?
Just keep improving. We're a young team. I know in the conference we were both ranked next to last, men and women. I think we can finish in the top 7, both men and women. So I think we can finish higher than what they have us ranked, and just keep improving and just enjoying the season. Both men and women, like I said, super young with a lot of freshmen, and we have a little bit of older upperclassmen that for some leadership. But I think, that there's a lot of room for improvement on both sides. And like once again, I'm going to finish with we can top 7, top 8 at conference and crack that top 8 barrier this year.
Thanks, Greg. Good luck this week. Can't wait to see you guys out there.
Thank you, Zach.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler.
And I think it's very important for everybody to be engaged because that everybody's on the same page.
It's about, who's willing to change gears at the right time.
Go out, go have fun, and just take it to them.